Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. I'm happy that you're back again. If this is your first time listening to this podcast was created for the aspiring entrepreneur or any dream chaser that's going after success and needs to get over that hump and needs that extra push. This podcast is free. I don't ask for any money. It's free to download. It's free to listen. All I ask is that if you find this podcast beneficial, you leave a review, you subscribe, and you pass it on to somebody else who you think can benefit from it as well. Also, when you get a chance, please visit www.mogulmotivation.com. I offer free and practical blog posts on how to start your business, how to efficiently run your business, and deal with many unexpected hurdles and obstacles that you will endure along the way. So with that being said, this week, we're going to talk about the money issue. The money issue. Money rules this world. That is a fact. There is nothing you can do or say to argue that. Money rules this world. Think about it. Everything we do requires money. You need money for healthcare, unfortunately. You need money for groceries. You need money to eat. You need money to go to school. Okay, so if you still owe a university money, you can't transfer to another university until you pay off your balance at the old university. And if you go to charter schools, that requires money. Public schools require money in some instances. Your car note, that's money. Your rent, your mortgage, money. Cell phone bill, money. Light bill, money. Everything requires money. Everywhere we turn, to the left and to the right, there's a bill to be paid. Credit, revolving lines of credit, where you take out money to use it for your business, whatever, you have to pay that back. Loans, money is everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Money rules this world. We can't escape the money issue. No matter how much we try, no matter how much we say things like money isn't everything, we can't escape money. We need money to survive on this earth. That's just the way it is. So when you start your business, that's why it's so important that you start a business that you're passionate about, a business that you're an expert at, because that's what's going to bring you peace in this world that's surrounded by money. Because money can be stressful. Money can cause stress, a lack of money. But you have to start a business that you're passionate about. You have to go after a career that you're passionate about, a career that you're an expert in, that makes you happy. Because the money is going to be a byproduct of that. If you go into a business strictly with the sole goal to make lots of money, you're going to make yourself miserable. If you take a job, if you go into a career field strictly for the paycheck, for the salary, and you know nothing about it, it doesn't make you happy, you're going to be miserable. Because money is not going to bring you peace. It's not going to bring you happiness. We talked about this last week. What brings you happiness is freedom. You're not going to have happiness if you just have large sums of money. Why do you think it's so many millionaires, so many athletes, so many celebrities that commit suicide? Because money doesn't end their depression. Money doesn't end all of these things. Okay? It doesn't. So don't chase money thinking it's going to change your situations and it's going to change your character, because it's not. If you're rude, if you're inconsiderate now while you're working, while you're broke, while you're building your business, you're going to be rude, you're going to be inconsiderate, and you're going to be all those things when you become wealthy. If you're a careless person, if you're a giving person, if you're a loving person now while you're working, building your business, while you're broke, while you don't have much money, when you become wealthy, you're going to become the same person. Money does nothing but amplify your character. I truly believe that. It doesn't change you. It amplifies who you already are. So don't think that money is going to change everything. The only thing that money is going to change is the ability to pay all of your bills on time and to stay above water. Now, with that being said, I say all of that to say this. It's not a crime to want to be rich. You see, everything I just said for the past 4 minutes, I just painted a picture because this is what a lot of people believe, and a lot of people use all of that information to turn it into the negative side of things and make you feel guilty for wanting to be rich. You see, we always want to talk about how we want nice things and this and that, but we act as if it's so taboo to talk about it. Because so many people get angry, so many people get offended, people get jealous, and they say, oh, I don't have to be rich, I'm content where I am. Oh, rich people, wealthy people, they're all assholes. They don't care about nobody else. They don't care about the hood. They don't care about working class people. They don't care about the poor. This is what a lot of people say to paint that negative picture of wealthy people and people who strive to want to be rich. I wanted to be rich ever since I was a kid. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be rich, and I still want to be rich. That's why I became an entrepreneur, because I want to be rich. I want to be a wealthy person because I grew up broke. I grew up hungry. I grew up starving. There's been many a nights where I never had money to afford things off the dollar menu. You can go back and listen to the episode Broke But Not Broken. I go into some of these things. But the reality is, nobody in my family is rich. I don't know anyone personally growing up that was rich, but I wanted to be rich, and I still want to be rich, and I will become rich. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you aspire to be wealthy, if you aspire to be rich, that's okay. That's a great thing, because money runs this world. So why is it a crime to want to be rich? Why can't I be rich? People react negatively towards that because they don't believe it can happen. They have limited mindsets. They can't see beyond that hill. They can't see beyond that mountain. I'm not sure what your religious view is, what your spirituality is. I'm not sure, but I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I attend church. I don't believe in God because the white man told me to. You know how people like to say, oh, Christianity is the white man's religion. I'm not going to get into that. I don't believe in God because some white man told me to. I don't believe in God because my mother told me to or because my grandma told me to. I believe in God because God has done things in my life that I experienced firsthand where it couldn't have been nobody else but God. It couldn't have been nobody else but a higher power greater than me somewhere up there in the sky. That's why I believe in God. But I never seen God. I can't physically see God. I can't physically touch God. But I know God exists. I know God is working in my life. My point is, just because you can't see $1 million doesn't mean it doesn't exist for you. If you grew up in the poverty, if you grew up in the hood in a desolate area, in desolate situations, if you come from broken homes, if you come from places where you have no business even being rich, if you tell people your story, they look at you like, oh yeah, you can't be rich. I'm telling you, don't believe it. Just because you don't come from money or don't know anyone that comes from money doesn't mean you can't become a wealthy person. And I'm using rich and wealthy interchangeably right now. But just because you come from a messed up background doesn't mean you can't become rich and prosperous in the future, because you can. Even though you can't see it, even though you've never seen $1 million, even though you've never even probably touched $50,000 in your life, you could still become a millionaire. You could become a billionaire. Don't ever let nobody tell you you can't do it. This is why you started your business. This is why you went into the career field that you want to go into, because you want to be rich. You want to make a difference. You want to provide opportunities for others. You want freedom, but you also want to be rich. It's okay to admit that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be rich. And sometimes in those dark nights when you have nothing else to hold on to, sometimes when everything is going wrong, when everybody's against you, when your business seems stagnant, when things aren't going your way, when the bills are still piling up and those overdraft fees are about to hit you and you can't make payroll. In those moments, sometimes the only thing that you can hold on to push you through is your dreams, is that mansion that you got on your vision board that you want so badly. Sometimes it's that car that you want so badly. Sometimes it's that dream house. Sometimes it's that dream vacation. Sometimes it's the fact that you want to be a millionaire. You want to have $30 million in your bank. You want to be a smart investor. You want to be a successful entrepreneur. Sometimes those are the things that get you through those lonely, stressful, tearful nights. So don't let nobody tell you it's wrong to be rich. It's wrong to aspire to be wealthy. Don't let nobody feed you the love of money is the root of all evil. It's written in the Bible, yeah. But you're not strictly chasing money. You're chasing your passion, and the money is the byproduct of it. And you're going to enjoy that money. You're going to use that money to do good things, to build your business, to provide opportunities for others, to invest in your community. As long as you do right by your money, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. That's the money issue, ladies and gentlemen. And I had to address that because it's an elephant in the room. We dodge it so much. And I don't want to dodge it. I want to address it. And I want you guys to hold on to what I'm saying. If you want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy, good. Make it happen. It can be done and it will be done. So until next week, let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. And let's continue to aspire higher. And let's become wealthy, not just for ourselves, but for our families and generation after us. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next week.